10 unexplained goblin sightings from around the world. Now we're getting into some videos that actually have potential, I think. What do we got? See if I can solve this.
Goblins are a terrifying entity to think about. They're tiny little creatures that
Those
are
aren't
usually
goblins.
violent in nature and usually don't think too well of humans.
None of these are goblins.
Numerous goblins.
Oh god, we're going in! Space goblins! Ah!
The tiny hopping goblin. One afternoon, someone was filming a little boy. When the boy accidentally kicked the ball into the hallway,
oh god,
he appears a little reluctant to go out and get the ball.
That's the goblins' territory.
We know it takes a couple of steps into the hallway. What he sees next
oh!
a shriek of terror through everyone's spines, and in the camera frame, you can see a small creature hopping through the frame. It's too
How
small
does he think a goblin is?
Torso or hind legs.
Didn't we see this video for gnomes? Wasn't this confirmed to be a gnome sighting, not a goblin? Did this guy do any research? Where's that little bastard? That's clearly a gnome. It's like one of the like Rice Krispie guys. God damn, amateur. He didn't do any amount of research. Fucking has a montage of everything but goblins in the beginning. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This guy does not know goblins.
No one's really sure what it is, and it's only in the camera frame for
Not true.
seconds.
Experts have confirmed that it's a
Send
gnome.
the little boy crying. We're not sure if he ever got his ball back or if the family stayed in that home. It could have been some kind of small rodent for all we know.
No, that doesn't make any sense. Why would it be a rodent? It's clearly a goblin.
It's a well-lit area, so no one suspects anything of being over there.
Goblins do hate soccer.
Over there, however, something
He's not gonna like
appears
this.
out of nowhere and begins walking towards the darkness. It appears to be a small goblin-like creature wearing a robe and a hoodie. No.
As goblins are known to do. Goblins are very well known to love robes and hoodies. This looks more like a Jawa from Star Wars. I think we can't rule out that possibility. It could even be Georgie from It. Like maybe he's going to try and catch his boat. The quality is too low to know for sure, but there is still that possibility it's a goblin. I can't see their face.
They don't quite catch up or see the creature ever again, but the boys do leave back.
Goblins are not an evil gnome, they're very different.
A small person wearing a robe, and if it was in fact a person, why was it walking the way that it was? Why did it not?
It's running. It's called running.
Out in the middle of the night, walking alone in a dangerous place.
I can't tell if this guy, like the guy who made the video, is serious or not, or if he's just playing into like children. Like this could very well just be my Final Fantasy XIV character for all we know. But like, why does he keep saying like he's walking weird when he's clearly running? Why didn't he say anything? What the fuck is he gonna say? I don't go around talking to kids playing soccer at 4 a.m. Like I can't tell if the guy's just going along with it to appeal to like actual babies or not, or if he really does believe these things. I love these videos though, regardless. I like to believe that the guy behind the channel is truly frightened by the things that he finds, and he posts them in earnest. That's what I choose to believe.
Thinks of the object standing right behind them against the wall, sitting.
That's a gnome!
That's because everyone assumed it was some kind of
or the Pope. Like the Pope got hit with a shrink ray. He's got the Pope hat.
To move like a human, that people start to become concerned. The object seems to grow legs and quickly walks out of the frame, sending people scrambling.
Are we sure it's not a dildo?
Leaving the camera. Did a lawn ornament or object come to life? Was a goblin hiding there the whole time watching the kids play? Or is there a...
It's probably a goblin. That's probably a goblin.
We can see in the beginning of the video is a tree, some fencing, and some grass.
Goblins!
However, things
they're having a marathon.
Turn as some small objects, smaller
track and field goblins,
begin to run alongside the fence. You can see a couple of objects fly over the fence and stop moving. There could be a simple explanation for this video. Perhaps it was a group of kids running and particles of clothing to throw them over.
It's clearly goblins that were running away from like a death beam, and then two of them got vaporized.
Truly frightening. A little creature peers around the corner.
This is another gnome! This channel sucks. What the fuck? They just take the gnome videos and then call it a goblin. We've seen like half of these when we were researching real gnomes. Obviously, as one does. because I've become a leading expert on identifying gnomes and pixies. This is not a goblin.
As she's walking back, we see a small creature that looks like a goblin or leprechaun casually strolling through as if he lived there.
And he seems to have copied her clothing. Ah, so it's like a chameleon. He can mimic the colors around him. What if it's her from a different dimension? And the multiverse collapsed on top of each other because they have the same hair, same top, same jeans. And in this dimension that we collided with momentarily, we all happen to be like 1 foot tall. Oh my fucking god.
This small creature appears to be running for cover. The small creature runs behind what appears to be a stand.
It's Dobby the house elf!
Even the child
Christ!
catches a glimpse of the small creature because he looks under the desk to see if he can spot him again. Couldn't seem to find it either. We're not certain what exactly they caught on camera, but we can definitely tell you that it didn't seem human.
It's definitely a goblin. I mean, obviously. Who would even bother making this video? Is there like a community of people who just make fake goblin videos, I guess? Like, why even make this? Doesn't make any fucking sense. It looks like they just rotoscoped some, like, guy who was streaking at a soccer game and then, like, put it here. Like, superimposed it here. It's DB Cooper. That's true, it could be. Pretty wild stuff. I mean, I'm convinced. I was a little skeptical coming into this. It's like, yeah, gnomes are real. We all know that. Pixies, too. But, like, goblins, that's a little far-fetched. But now, after seeing some of this hard proof, like, what the fuck is this? You know, you can't explain that.
The sideways moving goblin.
These titles are amazing.
Or a hallway video. The only thing we see in the image is some weird limping creature that seems to be holding something in its right or left hand. We can't tell if the back or front is turned towards.
Oh, the goblins doing the old karaoke.
It almost moves as if it's a doll.
The footwork drill from football.
In ones outside, but then we see this shadowy-like figure appear and start moving
What the fuck?
between windows and in between the apartments.
As goblins are known to do.
The figure. This is why you should never leave your window open at night, because you never know who or what could crawl inside.
Yeah.
Appears to be rather
you don't want to invite a
like
goblin
it
in.
knows how to scale walls. It doesn't move or look like any known animal, so we can only assume that the video has to either be fake or that this was something we'll never be able to explain. A photo in a photo. One of the most crystal clear cases.
This is one of the better videos I've seen to convince me of goblins. Like, how can you argue?
When the creature starts moving, it almost looks like it's a dressed monkey, but it doesn't move like a monkey and doesn't behave like
His potential explanations are remarkable.
It takes a minute to stop and just sits there, watching the cameraman. The people don't seem to be too frightened because they have no clue what it is. After a minute, it takes off into the wilderness to never be seen again. Do you think any of these goblins...
What do you mean? Like, isn't this just actually a child?
Starts moving, it almost looks like it's a dressed...
I feel like whoever made this video is a goblin, and he's trying his best to get us off of his trail, like, look at these goblins! And there's like fire hydrants and like human beings wearing a hoodie. Because this guy seems so detached from like the most basic thought processes of like I've ever heard. This is just an actual child, and the first thing he goes to is a dressed monkey. And then when it was like this small person in the hoodie running across the street, the first thing he says is, why didn't they stop, and why were they walking so weird when they were clearly running? What a weird guy. Oh, Donkey watched the Goblins as well, did he? I'm assuming now he's enlightened. And, of course, living in fear of the Goblins, which apparently are everywhere. Collecting figurines is absolutely fucking massive right now, and for good reason, I totally get it, but I myself have never really collected figurines, and I thought, well, let's see what the joy of these is like. Let's see if I can feel that euphoria by unboxing some hentai figurines and see just what it awakens inside of me. So let's go ahead and just start this right away. I'm ready to come in raw and no rubber. So the first hentai figurine we'll be looking at is Ron Weasley from the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. As you can see, the packaging is quite nice. You have Ron pretty much anywhere you look on all dimensions here. You even get a little brief lore update on Ron in the back. kind of just who he is, you know, kind of his place in the Potterverse, as it's called in the business. And they're really just kind of giving this away at only $9.99. I found this at a GameStop. I know many of you are probably shocked that that shit still even exists, like the brick and mortar GameStops. That thing sounds like something your parents would tell you about when they were a child hiking 30 miles to get to one. Now let's go ahead and break the seal on here and see what kind of gold we're dealing with our first figurine. Well, I immediately ripped the box. That's fine. I don't think J.K. Rowling's necessarily going to be too upset. She probably already forgot who Ron Weasley was. Oh, look at this. Ron out here stuck in the prison of Azkaban. Let's go ahead and free him from this. Get him a nice spot on my desk or something like that. This is like some nice ASMR, you're welcome. Getting a little 2-in-1 here. Some nice unboxing with some nice ASMR. I'm fucking natural at this kind of stuff. Look at that. Could you ask for something of higher quality? It looking like it's made out of Play-Doh and melted down a little bit because it was out in the Florida heat for too long. Oh, that's fantastic. Ron has never looked better. You even got Peter Pettigrew resting on his shoulder there. Spoiler alert for any Potter fans that aren't caught up on the deep, expansive universe. But yeah, that right there is not a rat. That's a full-grown man that he sleeps with Ron, according to J.K. Rowling. So that's just awesome. That's great stuff. I'll go ahead and set Ron over there. And now we have my favorite one. Look at this bad boy. Now, if you want to talk about quality packaging, just look at that. Oh, that pristine face. The side there, you even get a little action shot with the fleshlights in mid-combat. The back side, a little monologue there, as well as some nice fleshlight martial arts, which I have mastered. Oh, that is just a fantastic looking toy. I could easily see myself jerking off on top of this one, caking it with cum. I know there's a huge Reddit community for that kind of thing, and man, I would just be honored. I just look at this. Just look at this shit. Oh, just take a look at that bad boy. Easily could replace the G.I. Joe and the Barbie doll. Oh my god. I wouldn't be surprised if Walmart approached me and was begging to just fill the stores with almost nothing but this. That just looks absolutely fantastic. This is more than just a prototype. You can get this U2's right now. It released today at 9/27/2019, a day that'll go down in figurine collector history. I'll put a link in the description. Look at these bulging lats on the back. Just very eerily similar to real life. Unfortunately, the biceps aren't as big as mine in real life, but I couldn't expect them to get those dimensions right because it's probably impossible. There's probably not enough material in the world to capture that on a figurine. But look at how beautiful that looks. That one's going right next to Ron Weasley. It looks like a tech deck, dude. I could easily see this popping on a skateboard and ripping some gnarlies in a competition in the late 90s. Absolutely superb. What else do we have here? I really rated a GameStop for this. We have Sword Art Online girl. Here's hoping she's of age, but even if she's not, there's easy workarounds. A 9,000-year-old demon just happened to be stuck in the body of a 14-year-old looking girl. Lolly shit, I'm sure most of you are familiar. Let's go ahead and get in there. I myself don't really watch Sword Art Online, so please don't insult me for not knowing which character this is and which one I'm about to jerk off to. Having a real hard time getting this open. Oh my god, now this is just, I gotta say, this is disrespectful packaging. It's like, it's a fucking sarcophagus. They're just wrapped her up in here like a tomb, a coffin. As if a vampire's in here just trying to hide from the sunlight. This is just low quality. Absolutely despicable how they're treating my fair maiden here. Don't respect waifus, is basically what I'm being told here. But that is a nice thing to open it up to, just straight ass. Exactly what you'd expect from a hentai figurine. Exactly what you would want from a hentai figurine. Let's get in there. We've got a platform for her. This is nice, and then they put little air holes in there so she can breathe, so she's not suffocated, not like a Hitman execution or anything. That was at least thoughtful. I just wish they had shown her a little bit more respect when wrapping her. There we go. yeah. Look at that. That is high quality work as well. You can see a lot of attention to detail here with some ass crevices. Just look at that. Very slightly lifting it up. A tasteful amount. Oh, that is fantastic. Let's pop her on the platform here. Almost got her. She doesn't really snap into the platform as well as I would like. Seems like the dimensions are a bit off, but I can make it work if I just stretch her out properly, and trust me, she's gonna get stretched out anyway. There we go. Look at that. Another high-quality figurine. I can see why people might be getting into this pretty hard in 2019, especially with work like this. This is just... that is spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. She's going right next to the critical U2s. We've also got, of course, the classics, the Tracer. I'm surprised the box itself isn't crusty with ejaculate, with how wild people go for Tracer. So let's go ahead and pop open this. Overwatch itself is very dead, but the porn community is very much still alive. So there's still a market for this, I'm sure. Jesus Christ. Alright, we're pushing the point now. Almost in, and there we go. Look at that. That's a lot of attachments there. I can put the guns in if I want to, but I don't really think I need to. Let's try and squeeze her out here. Wiggle her out. There we go. Check that out. Look at this. Even moves around and stuff. This is a little more than a figurine. This is kind of like a pseudo-action figure. Like she can do little karate moves. You know, see this? And then, like, here comes the... oh, watch out. It's the Fleshlight Master. He's pushing point B. Bang. But then I come back and I still take point... you see what I'm saying? You can have her, you know, stretch out and, you know, do all these kind of things. She was in Ready Player One, so... this is Tracer of Ready Player One fame. See all these cool tricks she can do? And then, like, a full split. Actually, they have, like, a full splitting mechanic built in. Look at that. You don't see many action figures being able to bend this way, and I bet you can imagine why they designed her this way. That is great work. I'll set her over here. And, well, the last one we have to get through is a classic that I think everyone here is going to recognize. This... oh, I didn't even show the packaging. Whoops, I just started ripping. It's Vegeta. Everyone's favorite man in hentai. I remember all the old AMVs off LimeWire where, you know... set to Linkin Park, you got Vegeta and stuff. In the end, it doesn't even matter, because you'll be a figurine in GameStop for $6, you know what I mean? There we go. Gotta say, it's not the best pose. More like the taking a shit pose. He's a little too low. Well, it's not the best figurine I've ever seen, but I haven't seen many either, so I don't know where this would rank on the tier list. He comes with like an attachment here that goes up his ass to stand him up, but I'm not gonna embarrass him more than he needs to be, because this is already kind of a shitty pose to begin with. So not exactly the cream of the crop, the creme de la creme of my figurine collection. Granted, it is still new, so I'm sure I'll find worse ones out there on the market, but of the 6 or whatever I have right now, this is definitely the lowest tier. Which is a shame, because my boy Vegeta doesn't deserve to be represented in this negative fashion. Well, he didn't stand up very well. But anyway, yeah, hey, well, thanks for tuning in to my figurine unboxing. Yeah, that's really about it. Take it easy, everyone. See ya. If you had access to the internet during the early 2000s, then I'm sure you remember AOL, AIM Instant Messenger, Lemon Party, and Criss Angel. Criss Angel was a magician who really rose to fame in the early 2000s, even before video sharing sites like YouTube started popping off. He used to have his videos go viral on forums with people trying to figure out how he did some of his street magic. I even recall there being multiple articles written about Criss Angel about how he's like a Satan demon-worshipping deity that is put here on Earth as the Antichrist, using his magic tricks to deceive us into disproving and wavering our faith in the Lord or some crazy shit. For a brief moment in time, the guy who was making a toothpick vanish from his thumb was considered the most powerful sorcerer and most evil wizard of our time, at least by soccer moms. Though admittedly, back in the day, he did have some bloody tricks where he'd swallow a quarter and then cut his stomach and pull the quarter out. And all this controversy and hoopla and hubbub about Criss Angel eventually just served to make him more popular, and he got his own show on A&E called Mind Freak. That right there, that name, probably just had you hit with like a wave of nostalgia that nearly knocked you out of your chair. Mind Freak was a wildly successful show, and it ran for many seasons, but it is very much the most poorly aged show ever broadcast. Going back and watching it now is downright embarrassing and laughable. And today I want to show you a clip from Mind Freak, which is by far one of the worst magic tricks ever performed in the history of magic. This right here would absolutely get you expelled from Hogwarts. So that's the trick. He's going to turn this little girl into a 20-year-old. It's like some shit out of Fairly Odd Parents with Timmy Turner making a bad wish. It's about as stupid as you're expecting it to be. But I just want to quickly say, this was at the height of Criss Angel's popularity. This is back when I used to idolize this guy. I've talked about it before, but I used to really be big into magic tricks. I was like 2 Mind Freak episodes away from purchasing a top hat and sticking a deck of cards in my asshole to be able to do magic tricks wherever I went. I can't even count the number of times I did the toothpick vanishing trick from Criss Angel at my middle school lunch tables. I used to do that shit like once a week. I thought it made me the coolest guy in the world. But yeah, anyway, I'm getting carried away here. But anyway, this trick is not only bad, it's just creepy. Like, the concept of it is weird. I have expected this to be like a To Catch a Predator collab special or something, but it's just a Mind Freak original here that just is very... No. This is like an exact situation parents warn their kids about, that you just don't accept candy from strangers. I feel like he's about to ask her to sign her name in blood on the contract here in a moment. For some reason, he's so excited about this, like way more than the kid is. He's like giddy with excitement, like, oh, I'm about to rapidly age this person. Now, again, Mind Freak was supposed to be like real magic. That's the way it sold itself back in the day. So things like this were meant to be believed as genuine magic tricks, not, editing and shit like that and jump cuts. Now, of course, when I say real magic, I don't mean like actual witchcraft or anything. I mean magic tricks. That's the fun of magic, is figuring out how the trick and illusion was performed. But with Mind Freak, it became very clear that the answer was always editing or camera tricks, which is cheating, really. And the concept of the show was also really dumb looking back on it. It was basically like vlogging before vloggers existed. So he'd walk around Las Vegas with a camera crew, and random people he'd walk up to and just like ask to do magic for. And like, he'd walk up to some kid and like his family and be like, hey, are you using this kid? No? Do you mind if I levitate them? And they're like, hey, Criss Angel, go for it. Yeah, fuck. I mean, Jesus, send him to the Shadow Realm. I don't care. So then Criss Angel's like, oh, great. All right, come here, camera guys. Watch this. So he like taps the kid's head and starts fucking floating him around. It's supposed to be like he's just on the street doing crazy magic out of nowhere. This guy's unhinged. If you're walking around Vegas, you might just see him transmogrify a human being into a unicorn. He also became famous for always doing like these over-the-top like Mind Freak moments, and he'd like come at the camera like for transitions. He'd come at it like, and the camera would go into his mouth and then go to the next trick where all of a sudden he's taking a woman's shoe off and like turning it into a snake or whatever. It was so silly. Like, the concept of the show is dumb looking back on it, but the tricks in the show are the goofiest things imaginable. The biggest lies in television history, the continuous shot cam. That was a staple on the show to prove like, no, these are like real time. But that continuous shot cam is the biggest fucking phony since Bernie Madoff. There is nothing ever in the entire history of Mind Freak that is a continuous shot. It just doesn't exist in the show. There are some real tricks he does, but the majority of it is just camera shit. Like actual post-editing. Which is cheating if you ask me, and most people feel the same way. But regardless, I'm getting carried away. Let's get back to the dark arts of Criss Angel here.
Bitch, oh, he's not human. You just got mind freaked.
It's so silly. And he doesn't change her back. Now she's 20 forever. Now she's just missed her entire teenage years and everything. You know, get pranked, idiot. Shouldn't have said yes to Chris Angel. But yeah, so pretty impressive trick, clearly. A real brain buster. But I want to quickly explain why I stopped watching Mind Freak even as a kid, because I had like stars in my eyes whenever it came to Chris Angel. I was basically like a K-pop stan for Chris Angel before stan culture was a real thing. I'd fight this man's battles on forums for him saying, no, Chris Angel would never do like camera tricks. That's so lowbrow. Chris Angel does real magic tricks. We're all just too stupid to figure out exactly how. But then, he did one trick that was so fucking bad, so insulting, it spit in my face and shattered my universe. Like, I never stopped watching Mind Freak because of the overdose of cringe. I stopped watching because of just one trick that ruined the entire thing for me. It was when he did the Spyglass Hotel escape. It was part of a Mind Freak special where the whole concept was there's this building in Clearwater that was going to be demolished, and Chris Angel was going to go in there handcuffed and escape from, like, the first floor all the way to the rooftop and escape via helicopter, like something out of 007 GoldenEye. So he had to like pick the lock on his handcuffs, pick the locks on every door in the hotel, and make it to the roof. And it was a live broadcast, and you're watching Chris Angel pick the locks and shit, but he's running out of time. And then the cameras go black, completely cut out. And then it goes to the outside shot, and the building gets demolished. It gets blown up, and Chris Angel's still inside. So you feel like you just witnessed a murder. Chris Angel was just publicly executed, buried beneath the rubble. He's dead. And we saw it live. We couldn't save him. He wasn't fast enough. But then miraculously, he emerges from the debris like a phoenix from the ashes, and he's just fine. And that's when I knew it was all a lie from the get-go. I had been scammed. Of course, I didn't believe he ever did real magic. I always knew they were tricks. That's the whole point of magic. That's what makes it interesting. How did somebody do this? How did they pull off the illusion? And the answer was seldomly editing or camera tricks or anything like that, at least back then. But with Chris Angel, it became clear with this trick that that's the number one thing he relied on, because I started to piece it together. The obvious answer for how he did this was, for the live broadcast, he just played footage from like a practice run where he was picking locks throughout the building. He was never actually doing it. Now, for the live audience, he was actually in the building at some point and picked, like, a handcuff, and then he ran inside only to not be seen again for, like, 6 minutes. So clearly what must have happened is, for the live audience, he was there and just went out the back door, waited for the building to be demolished, and then just came out, covered himself in dust, and then walked away. For the live broadcast, he just played previous footage that wasn't live, that he had already filmed way before, like, anything was set up to be demolished. So it was just completely a scam from the get-go. And it made me super upset because I had fought for this guy, like, his integrity for years, saying, like, his tricks are, like, legitimate tricks, not just using the camera. But after that, that's when I learned, nope, 100%, that's how he does pretty much all of it. And then if you go back and watch, you can see blatant cuts, blatantly obvious editing, and just a lot of bullshit, which was really sad, because I always had a really special place in my heart for magic tricks, and even to this day, I still really do enjoy, like, a good magician putting their best foot forward to do something cool, and make me scratch my head going, how did they do that? But with Chris Angel, I then knew it wasn't anything like that. It was all just camera. This was very long-winded, and I didn't even really focus on the stupid fucking aging magic trick. I just think I really wanted to vent about Chris Angel, because I haven't done that, and I just had all of that pent-up disappointment locked inside of me, so it felt cathartic to get it out to you right now. So yeah, that's about it. So yeah. Yeah, I had no idea this existed. Call me naive, I suppose. I don't typically go on TikTok, but I was going to take the plunge this afternoon because I was reading and watching so many videos about, like, Swiftie meltdowns and, like, parties being thrown, tears being shed, like, the happiest moment of their lives all over Taylor Swift getting engaged to Travis Kelce. And I just wanted to take a peek at some of it to see what all the hoopla was about. And before I even had a chance to type in words to the search bar, this video started auto-playing.
I'm free bleeding in the grass right now, and it's occurred to me that a large collective of women are bleeding right now, and whatever this cycle is, whatever we're moving through our blood together, feels like one of the most potent bleeds, and I sense more women are synced up now more than ever, so drop a rose if you're bleeding too.
Not gonna lie, that was a crazy hook. I'm free bleeding in the grass right now. It reminds me of Ty Lopez's infamous ad, I'm in my garage right now. There's a lot to unpack here. So she is on her period right now and letting the blood leak out from her and soak into the grass around her, returning the blood to Mother Earth. Now, shocker, I don't have periods, and I'm not going to pretend to be the preeminent expert on how they function, so this is a legitimate question. Is there really that much blood that comes out all at once? Because the way she's describing it makes it sound like the blood is pooling around her, like in Grand Theft Auto when you kill someone and the blood just like starts to fan out deeply from them. I would have imagined that if you sat here spread eagle for like an hour, you'd have some blood getting into the grass and like on your thighs and stuff, but not like the quantity that she's expressing here, making it sound like a fucking crime scene or something.
And a reminder that your blood is not an inconvenience. It's actually one of the most magical gifts in the entire world. Whatever you experience before your bleed, in luteal, when you feel like you're moving through different emotions, different challenges, gets to come out through your blood. You get to die every month and be reborn through your blood. And the earth takes it, if you give it to her, and alchemizes it. So the sooner that you can give your blood back to the earth, the more alive that you become.
This must be a pretty common thought process in the modern day about like how period blood is magical and has like divine properties. You remember a few months ago I was making fun of that goober, that goofball who's like, I actually love to eat pussy that's on its period, or like have sex with girls on their period because it's divinity that I'm touching with my wiener. I get in there and there's like that period blood. Ugh. And then his sidekick loser who's like, yeah, you know, I'd have sex with a girl on her period, you know. If I'm afraid to get my sword a little bloody, then I'm not a good knight. And it's not, like, exclusive to just those douchebags' perspectives. Apparently, like, it's somewhat of a common thing on TikTok about, like, period blood being magical with arcane energies. So she is in that camp about, like, this is magic, and by free bleeding on the grass, you are quenching the thirst of Mother Earth to make yourself more powerful. Not only that, you get reborn. So every month when your period starts, you die. You flatline. You go straight to Valhalla. But through your period blood, you are born anew. As long as you're bleeding on the grass, I guess. I went to her page, and this is her entire channel. It's so fascinating.
You have a bleed, the most powerful and potent thing that you could be doing right now during this eclipse portal, during this last half of 2025, during forever your time on Earth, is to offer your blood back to the Earth. Why? Because your blood has the ability to end war. It has codes and instructions for the Earth to reprogram the collective grid. And I know that sounds powerful, and I know that sounds like a lot, because it is.
What kind of fucking anime plotline is that? Your period blood can end wars by feeding it to the earth? That... Who knew the secret was right under our nose the whole time? Now, far be it from me to poke holes in the theory here, but let's go back in time. Let's rewind the clocks. Before tampons existed, periods aren't something that just got, you know, introduced in new patch notes over the last 100 years and came packaged with tampons. There was a time where periods were here with no tampons. That period blood was hitting the soil back then. And there were still a lot of wars back then. I gotta tell ya, I'm not exactly convinced that period blood getting on the grass is enough to stop wars. And what in tarnation is the collective grid? That sounds like a secret society like the Illuminati, the fucking New World Order or something. It sounds like a villainous group out of a James Bond film. How is that reprogramming the collective grid, and how does that stop humans from starting wars against each other? I have so many questions. Also, what codes are in the period blood that are absent from every other blood? So, like, if I go out right now and I cut my hand, like a ritualistic cut with a ceremonial dagger on my hand, and drip some of that blood on the soil, what codes am I giving it? The Konami code? Like, what am I hitting it with? I don't know how there's a huge distinct difference there. Why does that have different energy and instructions and code? Also, why would the period blood even have instructions for stopping war in the first place? I just don't see how free bleeding on the grass is somehow going to drop a tutorial to the earth on how to stop wars. Like, I feel like if there is instructions buried deep in the period blood, it probably wouldn't be instructions that pertain to war. It'd probably be about, like, babies or something, would be my guess, if there are instructions in there somewhere that you'd have to, you know, find the WikiHow guide on in the blood. I can't quite understand how she's drawing this connection of, like, dropping your period blood on the earth to stop wars and trying to preach it like, listen everyone, we need to come together and we need to pool our blood on the grass. It's the only way to stop war.
Because you are that powerful. And I know that we've been taught, hide your tampons, inconvenience, PMS. It's all bullshit, okay? It's all bullshit. Your blood is a key, it's a code, it has living, alive instructions to regenerate the planet and to reprogram the entire collective grid from your womb space. And as we all do this collectively together, we reprogram the collective, and what is not in resonance with this vibration, with this new programming, has to fall away. It can't survive.
What language is that programming in? Java? C#? Like, how are you deciding what that programming is? How do you have control over that? And also, what won't survive the new programming? Is this like an extinction event or something? Like, I can't wrap my head around it. My third eye is not opening here. She's just spamming buzzwords, vibrations being the classic. Vibrate this, vibrate that, fucking everything is vibrations, which means literally nothing most of the time. And now she's using a new one here, a new buzzword, collective. No explanation, no clue what that's even supposed to mean, but collective! You know, jump scare you with that. We have to fight the collective, reprogram the collective, bleed the collective, free bleed! That kind of thing, I don't know. It just, all of this is just actual mumbo-jumbo nonsense here. And let's just go ahead and suspend disbelief for a moment. Let's say this is all very true, that by by dripping your period blood on the grass, you are reprogramming the collective. Let's assume the collective refers to Earth and everything that inhabits it. How the fuck does every single womb space have the same instructions? Everybody is different. There is no way that her womb space instructions would match those of, you know, Taylor Swift. Like, there's gonna be very different protocol embedded in that period blood they're dripping and feeding to the earth. Like, maybe hers is trying to teach the earth and reprogram it to not have wars, but then you'll have a womb space from somewhere else that's, like, really about war, like, we need more battles. So wouldn't these womb spaces conflict in these instructions, overload the collective, and then there's no one's in agreement anymore? Like, it falls apart. There's just nothing about this that is even remotely sensible. And that's what makes it so fucking amazing.
I have never lost weight so fast in my entire life with this elixir. Now that I have your attention, because we're in a system that preys upon your insecurities as a woman, this is my moon blood. This is my period blood mixed with a shit ton of water. It's not concentrated. And because 14 million people did in fact watch me free bleed on the earth, I thought, why not shock the system? Just a little bit more. Just be like, hi, there's a revolution happening of feminine wisdom, feminine magic, our feminine moon blood that has so much magic. I'm just feeling a little spicy, a little revolutionary, and God forbid a woman doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. Mixing your period blood with some water for the sake of a TikTok video to slam dunk on the haters definitely sounds like something someone would do if they didn't give a fuck about it. Now, if you thought she was going to drink this panacea, you're wrong. I'm pretty sure she's doing this just to get people, like, hooked on it, you know, morbid curiosity. She doesn't actually consume this beverage, at least not on camera. Maybe she does in her, you know, spare time. But for this, she's using it more as, like, a talking tool. I also imagine it's not her blood with water in there. It wouldn't come out this red. This is very clearly some kind of, like, juice that she is pretending is blood with water. You know, how eye-catching. And she's using it to talk about this revolution she's leading about free bleeding on the earth to, like, regenerate and stop war.
And this is about the feminine reclamation. This is about feminine freedom. This is about remembrance. So I'm going to take this to my red rose bush outside. And you might be entirely annoyed and pissed off by this. And I might be too if I was stuck in the system. But anyways, I'm going to go offer this to the earth. And she's going to take it and alchemize and transmute whatever I've released through this blood, through this cycle. And then she's going to repattern and upgrade my energetic and physical field. So that's the gift, and that's on being a daughter of the earth.
Pissed off or annoyed is definitely not the right way to describe the feelings after watching this. It's more just confused, and it's very laughable. Like, it's more silly than it is infuriating. Also, the way that she presents this here sounds far more selfish. How she's going to go dump her blood onto the earth so that way she can reap the benefits of basically leveling up. She's treating this like it's a Call of Duty lobby, and she's prestiging by dumping this period blood into her rose bush. So what, is it no longer about, reprogramming the collective to benefit Mother Earth so that way we can stop wars? Is it now just about your personal gain from doing this? I don't know. That no longer seems like this altruistic act of free bleeding on the grass to improve and regenerate Earth. To me, it just sounds far more sinister. I think she let the mask slip a little too much. You might be feeding her power by free bleeding on the grass, because now she's only talking about what she's gaining from it. She's getting her energetic pattern, reorganized and, reflaffitated. Also, her physical field is being upgraded, so she is now reaching like a cosmic level that she wasn't at previously. She's getting up to like Thanos galactic threat now. It doesn't really seem like it's about improving the Earth anymore. It seems more about what she gets to gain from it.
This is my current microdosing routine in under 30 seconds. I microdose with Flodos. They're my favorites. I've been microdosing with Flodos since June. They use a shamanic strain. It's very wise, very loving, very gentle. I typically microdose 100 milligrams or 200 milligrams. 100 milligrams is a really beautiful sweet spot for a starting point. So it's been over a year since I moved to Peru in the Sacred Valley. This is my home. From Los Angeles. I'm working with ayahuasca.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That checks out. So she was in LA and then had her spiritual awakening with, some microdosing, which I think, I have a sneaking suspicion may have turned into some megadosing, and then she moved and started with ayahuasca. So a tale as old as time and only being more common these days. Albeit most people don't usually end up talking about like free bleeding on the grass to save the earth from war and whatever, but even still, very interesting. Wanted to yap about it a bit. That's it. See ya.
This next clip was aired on EXN, a paranormal TV show in Mexico.
Yeah, we watched this video.
The footage
100%. This is the same one, right?
normal enough, showcasing a large church full of people gathered around and singing.
And then this has the one where it's like angel landed in Jakarta, Indonesia to remind us of 9/11. Isn't this that video? Slaptam just really likes Angel's videos, I guess.
But little do these churchgoers know that they may have been joined by something not of this world during their usual Sunday gathering. Take a look at what the cameras caught.
Why would an angel land in Indonesia to remind us of 9/11? That is exactly what I said. Hold on, let me find the clip. I think it was 10 angels. Camera. We watched it not... This is the one. Oh wait, no, this is just the raw footage. It was definitely Slapped Ham, right? Did he delete the video?
Both had an angel on them. As the worship band said, "Jesus, take all of me." God sent a miraculous sign to confirm what he was doing.
Here it is.
Indonesia. Footage was captured on the 11th of September 2011 in Jakarta, Indonesia. A glowing winged creature that resembles an angel descends from above and briefly lands on the ground before flying away.
Very playful.
Some even suggested that it was a protector sent from above to remind the world of the 9/11 tragedy that occurred 11 years earlier.
Obviously. The Lord said, we need to remind people of 9/11. Let's send an angel to Jakarta, Indonesia. Just in case they forgot about 9/11.
Given the setting, many viewers have dubbed this figure an angel.
Well, that's clearly what it
That
is.
it's pure white
Or a
and looks
ghost.
to be glowing has left many people in awe that this congregation may have been graced by the divine.
Maybe it's like a Patronus charm from Harry
As
Potter.
always, I'll throw this out. Months later, a man named Brian Roth was taking a photo of his grandson and his teammate at the exact same football field that Doug's son Kyle was headed to when he got into that fatal
Oh
accident.
no, now he's stuck playing
All
football for
seemed perfectly
eternity.
fine at first until
What?
Brian took a look at the photo.
What?
As you can see, there's a strange white figure to the left of the boys.
Yeah, but why? Let's assume that's an angel for a
Upon
second.
seeing
Why is
this,
he
Brian
teabagging
was
that
equal
kid?
parts fascinated and convinced that the figure seen in the photograph was that of Kyle.
No, don't do
hovering
that.
over the field and giving it his watchful eye.
But he's not, that's not what's happening. He's not watching over the field. Dude is literally like planking on a child. Don't say that's Kyle. That's insulting to him. I don't know Kyle, but come on now. This doesn't strike me as something that any angel would do. Is it actually a mosquito? I just assumed it was like a shittily developed photo with like a speck of dust on it or some shit. But I can kind of see like a dragonfly or like a mosquito. Or a grasshopper. Oh, it could be a grasshopper. A grasshopper would make the most sense, but I find it hard to believe you wouldn't notice a fucking grasshopper on his lens. I'm thinking it's more likely a mosquito or something, maybe even a hornet.
Prove this for sure.
It's a mosquito
If it gives Doug
angel.
and his family some peace of mind, then that's all
Oh,
that matters.
imagine.
As the two girls sing and the rest of the churchgoers clap along, something strange seems to happen right in front of the videographer. Take a look.
Two different phantom angels.
Is this genuine footage of an angel roaming the halls of a church? Or is there another way to explain the sighting?
No, that's the only explanation, is that it's angels roaming the church. There's nothing else it could be.
Homeowner Glenn Thorman
No!
was starting to see something hovering over
The fuck
his
is that? The
garage.
angel of death? It's got a
The
sword.
bizarre image prompted Glenn and
The
his
angel of
wife,
a
as well as
weeb.
their pastor, to believe that an angel paid them a visit in the middle of the night. The Fox
Mothman?
News team who
Oh,
covered the
could be
story
Mothman.
spoke to Pastor Don Piper about the strange image.
Why?
According to Piper, when he died, he was carried by a large number of angels up to the gates of heaven. And if the story is true,
That seems
his
so
confidence
inefficient.
that there was an angel in Thorman's driveway does make for a fascinating conclusion.
Wait, what the
So
fuck?
what do you think?
It's a-
Is this really an angel? Love to hear your take.
At
on
least
it.
here it kind of
Comment
looks
section
cool,
down
but
below.
the next picture, it's literally just a moth. Just an actual moth. What kind of angel flies away like this? I don't know Slappy Ham very well. I just watch this silly shit. Do you think he actually believes these things? Like, he'll see a picture like this and he's like, oh my fucking god. Oh my god, it's an angel. No way. I don't think so either. I think he has to know, like, it's just for kids to be like, oh my god, it's an angel. You know, that's a very good point. What do the comments say? That angel over the truck is clearly a moth. Alright, bah humbug to you too, Scrooge. Whatever. I believe angels are all around us and they protect us. I think it's refreshing to see this type of evidence. Evidence is a word that is used awfully loose here, but alright, let's ride. Love, 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 number 2. You can see the wings on several angels. God is great. God is great. I'm excited for number 2. I don't want to spoil it.
Asher got bored in the middle of the flight and asked his mother Kerry if he could take photos with her phone. The family thought nothing of it. While she was scrolling through her son's photos,
That's
Kerry
not an
noticed
angel, that's an
everything
alien.
normal, except for this one.
Imagine it's actually an alien. I bet they
Kerry
were
believes
shocked.
that the figure floating around in the sky is Asher's guardian angel.
What?
Saying that he's always had something watching over him and protecting him. Asher has Down syndrome and his mother believes he's always had a sixth sense when it comes to people needing a comforting hug or a big smile. She says that she'll never know the definite truth behind the image, but is taking comfort in her beliefs and says that she was just happy her son was able to find some joy in his photos.
Oh, that took a wholesome turn then. Okay. It was something that they weren't trying to be like,
Video
look, angels are real
uploaded
on
to the
Facebook
YouTube
or anything.
channel
It was
Scott
more
Pepper
wholesome.
Official in December. It looks as though a large array of white glowing figures are standing amongst the other churchgoers.
Yeah, it's the entire angel unit. Wow. Look at all of them.
Some commenters have said that this is just a bunch of people dressed in white, which is making the camera pick up on it brightly. But that doesn't seem to be the case, as there are other people in the same room.
That's also a
wearing
stupid
white
explanation.
without glowing in any way. Most people in the comment section, however...
How dumb are people? Clearly it's just they were wearing white. It's absolutely angels. I mean, like, there's nothing else it can be. This is what the guy in the comments was saying. He loves number 2 because God is great and you can see all their wings. So now I see it. Top 5 angels that are worse than demons.
Beings. If we take a look at the biblical representation of angels,
Oh, they're
we
fucking
often
terrifying.
find a much more cosmic depiction.
Yep,
It's
scary.
often pretty freaky. Shapeless, full of eyeballs, and meant to carry the wrath of God himself, angels aren't the cherubic choir boys we might imagine. And thanks to this, a lot of them are much scarier than the demons often referenced in horror. Right on. Coming in at number 5, we've got the cherubim. A mainstay in the home decor of grandmothers and churchgoers everywhere, folks tend to love cherubs.
It's like a
They've
little
got
baby
chubby
thing.
little cheeks, lovely little wings, and a whole lot of resemblance to babies. So their quasi-human form is about the only part they got right. Otherwise, cherubim are jam-packed with terrible features that would probably give kids
Like what?
nightmares. First off, they don't have just one face.
That looks
They have
cool.
4. One of a human, one of a
Holy
lion,
shit.
one of an ox, and one of an eagle. That's a lot of freaky faces. Add in 4
Bible
wings,
angels
really
are so
wild and
fucking
crazy creature.
wild.
But the base, and apparently they were often
What?
accompanied by another indecipherable being. A half machine, half creature full of whirling crystalline forms, these interlocking wheels stared down upon folks with
Hey, you give
hundreds of
some
eyes that covered their
Myroxus.
entire bodies. Imagine that, being visited by an angel, and instead of seeing a calming, serene humanoid dressed in white, you're greeted by some awful...
Oh, just like in Bayonetta.
abomination and its pet crystalline wheel.
That looks exactly like the guy from
No
Bayonetta.
wonder folks who claim to have... I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that folks don't often associate flying snakes with angels, but here we are.
Looks cool.
These winged, wiggly forces are meant to hover above God's throne, singing about how excellent and for their actual airborne maneuvers and for to
I just
cover
wanna
their
see the
faces.
pictures at this
and
point.
also their feet.
That's
Yes,
not very
these
scary.
flying praise you might be conjuring up images of Greek demigods right now, but angels to revolt against up to. Created
Is this
right after
Lucifer?
Lucifer, he was one of the first angels to revolt against God, and that's just the start too. Belial led an army against Michael, resulting in untold amounts of carnage. Each associated with healing doesn't mean he can't bring the pain. The demon deserved it.
Yeah. He didn't even cover the cool ones that are like the wheel guy. The guy with like wheels and eyes and shit. And there's like the moose monster guy. 5 angels caught on tape. Is this proof of heaven? Have you ever been scared by any videos? Nope. Oh, it's the Jakarta angel. The 9/11 reminder from the last one. Yeah, that one was confirmed legitimate. What's next? Where's the angel? The angel caused the car accident? They're gonna slow it down, there's an angel behind the wheel. So this guy got extremely lucky and all of a sudden it's proof of heaven? I didn't see an angel, like, move him. That was the whole thing? 12.5 million views for this. How does that happen? Oh, this is the one where the Flash saves the day. I remember this one. Oh, maybe not. Or this is just the director's cut. Why is the footage so long? Isn't this the one where, like, there's a baby stroller and then, yeah. Not exactly a baby stroller, but close enough. Is that real? It is? It was the fastest angel in heaven. Let's check out the scary jinn sightings.
In fact, these theories also describe jinns as human-like creatures, faced with making the same choices as humans and proliferating in the same way.
What choices?
On the other hand, many
Humans just
describe
make boring
jinns as
choices.
shapeless and menacing shadows. Uploaded to YouTube by user NSNiz6, this video depicts a man searching
boy.
through an abandoned building in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, holy shit!
The old Secretariat building seems just like the place one would expect to see a series of jinn sightings.
Why?
Frequently scared by odd occurrences happening around him, it seems there's a malevolent spirit in the building following the man around.
Oh, you just got pranked by the djinn.
Odd banging sounds are heard until the very end of the video. Saying what sounds like a prayer to drive away the djinn, the man enters the room only to be frightened by a banging box nearby.
Isn't that a cat? Or is that a raccoon?
Turning a corner when walking through to another room, the
Thanks,
outline
Gift
of a
Sub Crow.
dark face peeking out from the doorway. is
Who was
visible.
that? You son of a bitch.
It's just then, however, that he notices something inexplicably odd. The moon has suddenly disappeared,
The djinn ate it? No!
almost as though he's entered another realm entirely,
Oh.
possibly the realm of the djinn itself. Rounding
Shadow
the corner,
realm.
It seems as
Wow, that was intense.
with no one visible nearby, this almost certainly seems like the work of some sort of invisible spirit haunting the building.
Yeah, it has to be.
Just as he's finished chanting, praising Allah and chastising the jinns, a piece of slate seems to fall from the balcony above. Falls
No!
suddenly and violently down the stairs. It seems clear the jinn present in the building didn't appreciate the man's religious words. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are there accomplices hiding out, making the building seem haunted? Or is there a genuine jinn dwelling in this abandoned building?
There's probably an abandoned djinn. That's probably what it is.
The musician featured in this video claims he's been possessed by multiple jinns, each fighting for
Oh, God.
control of the man's singular body.
Get him some holy water.
Twitching violently and making guttural sounds, the man moves demonically.
How do you move demonically? He's just moving.
After speaking with him for a time, another jinn comes to the surface, apparently disturbed by the holy man's chanting off camera.
Oh, no, not the music! No!
It seems the exorcism that
You're gonna kill him.
performs is at least partially successful, as he attempts to drive away each jinn one by one.
Is he getting hard? No, I don't think so.
The jinns
He's
we've
not,
seen
the
so
jinn
far
might
have
be.
all remained in hiding in one form or another. This scary home video of a small child just happens to capture the outline of a figure flying by in the background. Nearly alien in shape, the creature flies by before one is able to take a good look.
I see it! Wait, is that... That is 100% just a dildo. Did the djinn steal from the child's mother or something? That is absolutely just like a dildo.
It seems quite possible that this could be a legitimate jinn sighting.
No, it's 100% a
In
wiener.
fact, if
I mean, I guess it... no. I guess it's too wide to be like a standard dildo. I mean, I guess it still could be, but I'm doubtful now. I didn't notice this up here. Probably just a djinn.
As the holy man is chatting to the hosts, a man off camera begins to spasm and act as though he's been possessed by a jinn.
Oh, he really ate it hard there. He's committed. Holy fuck, maybe it is a
People
djinn.
gather round the man as he begins to writhe
Oh my
about,
God.
moaning and yelling.
Yeah, he's definitely moaning now. He fucking concussed himself.
However, the healer is not taken in by the stunt pulled by the news network. Unsettled, the news anchor asks the healer how he can tell. But it's clear that he's a man of integrity who has likely seen many legitimate jinn sightings in his
Yes,
time.
legitimate
He
jinns.
describes what he
That was pretty cool.
uploaded to the YouTube channel, See Jinns.
Jinn or homeless man?
Seeking out jinn sightings.
No, homeless men don't
However,
exist.
with
It's
the
probably
healer
a
on the
djinn.
news station, it's well worth
Come
looking
on now.
past the surface in order to find
I'm
the
here for
truth.
real stuff,
The
not
video begins with
homeless
the
men,
YouTuber
whatever that
exploring a
is.
dark and several minutes into the video, the cameraman hears a strange noise. He spins around to see a man squatting by a door. At this stage, it's hard to tell whether this is a blatant hoax, a real jinn taking the form of a human, or possibly even a homeless man looking to
What,
avoid
like,
the intruding cameraman.
What do you mean? Why would jinn even be something that crosses your mind when you're looking at just a guy sitting here? This could be a jinn because the building they're in is dilapidated. Jesus fucking Christ.
He spins around to catch a glimpse of a face visible in the window opposite.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
A woman calls in, detailing an odd occurrence in her life. However, just as she's speaking to the sheik, her speech becomes strained and she claims she's no longer able to speak.
Also, when people... I'm sorry, I can't speak no.
The sheik
Ma'am,
apparently
please,
takes this woman
get a hold of
seriously
yourself.
and begins to recite a prayer
You harpy?
in order to heal her.
Next caller.
Laughing maniacally, the woman prompts the sheik to continue his healing efforts. The woman continues to cry out in pain as the jinns fight against the sheik's noble healing efforts. This, coupled with the eerie and sinister laughs of the caller, one can't help but feel they've witnessed something paranormal.
I don't think many people feel that.
While the man is heard making the call to prayer in a town in Syria, a shadowy figure can be seen walking in the background. Around
Oh!
the 8-second mark, you can see the
It's a
shadowy
djinn!
figure glide from left to right. in
Or
the background.
Dementor, maybe. I can't tell yet. Hold on. Nah, it's a djinn.
Strangely, the men don't seem to notice the figure's presence. What do you
That guy's
think
got
the
a great
figure is?
voice.
A glitch in the camera or a genuine djinn sighting? Love to hear your thoughts on this one in the comments section below.
What, you know, what else we got here? Let me take a peek. What's new? What's going on here? Scary videos that will make you scream in fear. I don't know. This might be a little too scary. Oh, I don't know. Alright, we'll try. Or there's some super scary shiz. Let's see if I scream. Jump scare? Invisible man? Goblin? Jesus Christ.
Everything seems normal at first until something rather unnerving can be seen. Take a look at what the camera caught.
I'm... Oh my god!
See a very quick glimpse of a ghost.
It's clearly the ghost of a soldier killed in
between
World
the
War
cars.
II. Fuck. They're back.
While the YouTuber believes that they may have caught an alien in this footage, its sudden
What?
disappearance has other viewers suggesting it could be a ghost.
Is there anyone with
There's a
any
chance
fucking,
that
like,
this simply
brain
could be a
who does this
person walking
shit?
by the camera. However, one does wonder why anyone would be walking around in such a terrible storm.
Why would an
Not to
alien
mention that it also
be hanging
seems
out
like
behind a
they'd
car?
vanish.
Like, what is he,
So what do you
dealing
think it could
drugs?
be? Unfortunately, that doesn't just happen in sea monster movies. If this clip posted to
Oh, this
TikTok
one might
by
actually be
When Did We
real.
Forget is anything to go by. In the video, we
The
see a
ocean's
man in
fucking
a small
scary.
boat on the ocean. Then, as the camera turns back to face the man, we see a horrifying sight. Take a look. As you can see, an enormous object appears to rise out of the ocean,
What are you,
creating
tier
a
1
huge wave
Barracuda
in
and
the
the
process.
Prime Jacks?
As usual, there were plenty of theories as to what this could be, with everything from a sea monster to an artificial wave being suggested.
An
However,
artificial
several TikTokers
wave?
claim that this was actually the result of an iceberg flipping over in the water, as seen in similar clips.
Yeah, it's probably an
That
iceberg.
would explain the whitish colour that we can see the object has. Hopefully all who witnessed it were able to make it out of there safely.
Well, we have the video here, so I think we can say with a high level of certainty they probably got out, otherwise this wouldn't exist. They're probably fine.
Exploring supposedly haunted locations.
Unless the
takes
iceberg uploaded the
bravery.
video, I
And
guess.
YouTuber, he hears strange noises from time to time, but isn't able to catch anything on camera.
Jesus Christ! Ah! It's a djinn! Or maybe even a gnome! Who's here?
As the YouTuber begins to speak, we hear a strange squeaky sound in the background.
Так, мне нужно сейчас будет ИГФ.
The YouTuber quickly turns the camera to face
Who's
the
playing
noise,
the
and we can see
harmonica?
an accordion sitting on a table in the near distance.
Oh, and it's an
That's
accordion?
what happens.
It's even more serious than we thought. It's a haunted accordion! It's breathing!
The accordion appears to start playing all on its own.
Oh, fuck.
Then, 9 minutes into the video, something haunting happens. Take a look.
The house comes alive. The fuck was that? They shoot a Nerf dart? What was that? A little kickflip there with a sleeping
This
bag.
YouTuber is one of the more popular ghost hunters on the platform, often praised for his bravery during moments that would petrify most people. The fact that he
Gnome
went back to the
Jedi.
house, viewers continue to remain divided on the
I never understand why people think that it's ghosts or demons. Not even like from a rational standpoint, but like how fucking weak do you think a ghost or a demon would be if it actually existed? Think about it. A fucking demon from hell, a place of eternal damnation and misery, comes to Earth and the only thing that can muster is fucking shooting an eraser out of a doily and making a sleeping bag fall? No fucking way. If demons actually could somehow enter our world, they would be so strong, they wouldn't be able to just play an accordion. You know, like there's no fucking, they'd be the biggest pussy demon of all time. Like the amount of energy and effort it would have taken to leave hell in the first place, and then he gets to Earth and he's just a fucking accordion playing loser? No chance.
One wonders then if the shape was actually a poltergeist, possibly attempting to let its presence be known to those around it.
Why? Why
Whatever
would it
the
want
case
that?
may be, one thing seems certain. It might be wise to keep your eye out for the paranormal, even while you're doing your weekly shop.
Great, another thing to be concerned about when I'm trying to get some fucking wheat thins. I have to worry about a goddamn poltergeist slapping the box out of my hand. Thanks. There's a new Nukes Top 5 if you're feeling brave. How scary is it? What am I gonna do this time? Oh my god, it's gonna make me cry like a little baby. Oh, but I don't wanna. Okay, fine, but only a few tears. Once I start crying like a little baby, I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna keep pushing myself.
Bucksgrave Road. Friends David and Dell from the YouTube channel Signs and
David.
Signals are driving down a creepy back road called Bucksgrave Road in Carlisle, South Carolina. While driving down the narrow dirt road shooting some B-roll for their video in the car, they experienced something absolutely unnerving.
I think that's enough B-roll there.
Oh god, anything can happen in these woods. Fuck.
The camera's battery's getting Dale, what the dude? I'm zooming in, I can't.
Is there something? Oh my god.
What the
It's a
you supposed to do?
a flashlight
Be out
demon.
here? Oh sh.
Wait, what do you mean he's not supposed to be out here? It's the woods. Why can't he be out here? It's just a fucking. Do you own these woods? Who are you to tell him? What are you, the hall monitor? Hey, I'm on that guy's team.
Where's the headlamp at? The headlamp should be right there. Like he didn't. Like he stopped. Did he turn off the light?
Yeah, that's probably exactly what he did.
No, I can't see. I'm zoomed in. I can't hardly see. Zoom in. Don't zoom in. Don't zoom in. It ain't gonna help. It ain't gonna help.
Okay, this isn't good. It's the headlamp. Evil spirit.
The content play. What the?
Oh my god, don't sacrifice yourself. He'll still be hungry. You can't appease him.
Hello?
Oh god. Get back in the car. You think he's making noises like a Pokemon?
This ain't even what we're supposed to be here for. Dude, I couldn't hear or see anything out there. It's so pitch black. Damn.
Yeah, it sounds about right. No, it's the flashlight guy! Holy shit.
To this day, David and Dell say that they have no idea who or what the creepy stranger could have been.
What do you mean, what? Why do we always have to say in who or what? It's clearly a man. So it's just a who.
Neighborhood
Well, I'm not crying
watch.
yet.
Sarah Marie and her husband Bobby are having an afternoon get-together with some friends at their home in Florida.
A
When
likely
suddenly
story.
They spot something very odd at the neighbor's house.
I bet they were
across
actually
the
playing
road.
with a Ouija board. Holy shit, a man lives in that house.
There's nobody at all. Nobody. I didn't know they could be that visible.
Nah. This
Yeah, stand back. there's a homeowner in there.
Shadow freaking out everyone. And
though, to be fair, that guy's fast. That guy's fast as fuck. You see that? Jesus Christ, that man was scooting. Jesus.
Shitaro plans to spend the night to investigate. So Shitaro
Don't
sets
do
up
it.
a few static
It's
cameras
not worth it.
motion and voice activated.
Oh god, not the talking dog.
But
Oh
during
god.
the investigation, the motion sensing
Demons
toy
hate that.
begins to act.
Sounds like an alarm. It's trying to tell you something. Get out! You're not welcome. The ghost is allergic to dogs. Thanks, Resub Sierra. And
A little
Coinbase.
shaken up, Shitaro resets the toy
Oh,
dog
true
and
care.
continues to investigate. What happens next is absolutely terrifying.
I'll be the judge of that. He was right. Good God. It's not worth it. Please, don't go in. Is the ghost hiding inside of that little box? Oh my god, he is. Oh, good lord, it's a post P.O. box devil. Oh. That wasn't a man, my friend. That was a boy. Who would soon grow into a man if we don't stop him now. Oh, luckily the light's on. No ghost is powerful enough to survive in the light. Like, look at the size of that coat. That's like a fucking quadruple XL. Like, this guy's 8 feet tall. Ain't nobody beating his ass. Yeah, it's fucking Hagrid here. No shot this is the ghost of the guy who got beat in the hotel. This is scaring the piss out of me. 5 videos so scary you're gonna be pissing like a little baby. Bring it back, I wanna see the ghost again. It's not the curtain, this is a spawn from hell. Are you even watching? I don't like when people have fun. This is supposed to be a serious investigation. Oh, get out of there. You're not safe. Look at what it can do! Beat its ass. Don't be a hero. I actually thought this was the ghost over here. Forgot there's 2 of them.
Especially since it would require a great deal of force on the bed. So could this be paranormal evidence that the Cumberland Gap Inn is haunted?
Mm-hmm.
You decide.
I have decided. I think that was pretty conclusive.
Who are you talking to?
No, this one's just making me sad. Jesus Christ.
Some have even made wild claims that certain Masonic rites and ceremonies include a sacrifice.
Yep.
The Cleveland
'Cause they
Masonic
do.
Temple shut down in 1969 and has been left to rot for over 50 years. Chris attempts
I'll
to
never
record and
understand
capture the
that.
architecture.
I feel like someone owns that building. What's the point in letting it get like that? You still own it. Like, why the fuck just let it be a pile of shit? Fix it up even just a little bit and sell it. Expensive? Yeah, but I mean it was expensive to own the building in the first place. Oh god, he joins the Freemasons. Oh god. They indoctrinate him through catalogs and flyers.
Someone touched me, I swear to God. I swear to God, I feel like someone just touched my back. I don't know if it was my book bag flopped. Yo, that scared the out of me.
I get that you're scared. Can you stop telling me? Okay. Alright, can you just show me the ghost? How about that? Huh? That's what I'm here for.
Chris says he feels
Not
like
your fear.
something is
I want to
touching
be
his
afraid.
back, but there's
Cry like a little
nothing
baby,
there.
apparently.
After collecting himself, he continues to scout through the abandoned building. And this is when things get weird.
This building's yucky. Well, now look what you've done.
Door just closed. What the
Well, go open it.
hell no?
Why are ghosts only active at night? That's a good point. Let's assume ghosts are real. Why the fuck would it matter if it's nighttime or not if they're already existing in a different plane? Like, they wouldn't even be affected by the time of day. Like, at all, it wouldn't matter. Oh, yeah, maybe when you become a ghost, you also become a vampire. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I feel like haunting these giant pieces of shit is such a worthless place to be. Is it Prime Poly? Who's in there? Making a ruckus. You goddamn vandal. Show yourself so I can arrest you.
Did you see it? Right before the door slams shut, a creepy face can be seen quickly moving back behind the door.
Oh my
When
god.
Chris opens it, it's clear that there would have been no room for anyone to stand there behind the door. And the room is empty.
Pardon? There wouldn't have been room to stand behind the door. What? What in tarnation? Wait just a patty flip a minute. What are you talking about? There's ample room. He's just closing a door. But fair enough, I guess. That's not Jigsaw. It's one of the band members of Pierce the Veil.
And he captures something truly bizarre.
This time the spirit's playing the drums. And he's very good. And it just so happens that Chris works at a record label.
I do not remember closing his door. Hold up. It's when I left this.
Oh my god, now it won't open.
Door. What the hell? Hello?
Hello, Chris.
He goes to check it out. Things take a terrifying turn.
I'll be the judge of that. Jesus Christ. It's his wife cheating. That would be a terrifying turn. Oh boy, everything's
Hears
popping
knocking
off.
from the glass back door. But as he looks, he spots some dark figure moving behind him in the reflection. He spins around, but there's no one there. He turns back toward the door, and the figure...
Do you know nothing about lingering spirits, you swine? You never see ghosts haunting someplace mundane like a McDonald's or Jiffy Lube. Why are these motherfucking ghosts always out living in squalor? Interesting. I don't think I've seen the word squalor in 20 years. Interesting word choice. But they do, in fact, haunt McDonald's, and Jiffy Lube especially. That's one of the most haunted franchises on the planet. It just shows how much you know. Type in Jiffy Lube ghost and see what happens. You may never come back. Even just searching that up is enough to have your soul sealed away forever. Are you saying was that a question? Are you asking if I believe in ghosts? I'm a man of science, so obviously I believe in ghosts. How many times do I have to prove they exist? How many times? We've already seen 5 of them in this video alone.
All 3 of the ghost hunters are recording, all at the same time.
Now Josh hasn't been here, so he's gonna go in first this time.
Good luck, Josh.
Look, guys, you're watching yourselves.
Hey.
Hey, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. Hey, oh god.
Not long
Oh,
into their
jeez.
investigation.
This is the new box. You probably saw it in the last video. I don't have a name for it, but it combines.
I love these gadgets, by the way. Hats off to the team that makes these paranormal hunting gadgets. This one's especially cute. They've got like little purple antennas on it. This one's nice.
Josh, who's outside on the porch, eventually decides to go back inside after hearing some strange noises. And he also captures, well, just watch closely.
Oh, he gets his boombox hacked?
There's none out here.
It's a cyber ghost?
There's nobody out here. Except for Tim. He's down at the end of the yard.
Sounds like a pterodactyl or something. It's a prehistoric haunting.
Nate Ratterman and his wife Kaylee own and manage what has been voted one of the most haunted museums in the world. The Museum of Shadows, located in Omaha, Nebraska. The spooky museum showcases over 3,000 allegedly haunted artifacts, including a few very creepy dolls with even creepier stories.
I love that.
One of these
it has allegedly haunted items, meaning you could just send like anything. I don't really have room in my house anymore for this doll, but I don't want to throw it out either. I'll just make up a story and send it over. That's so sweet though.